The Nico
We're seeing
as well.
red pick, 5th pick, Nico just as much. Magical. We've seen some very odd drafting, but speaking of, we are in.
We are in. Oman on blue side, taking away Gangplank. Seeing that Bahrain did play that up against the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia in game 1. It was actually something that, if you watch back to that game, was actually really painful to deal with. Fun was doing a great job on that champion that, had it not been for the rest of the map, there was actually a real chance that Bahrain could have mounted a surprise upset in that first game.
The Zach goes back to the ban list.
Expected.
Which is funny because Bahrain has had it banned against them permanently, but they choose to ban it away.
I know, it is a bit unusual.
From
And
Oman.
Skarner, something that has been banned away from them consecutively, is left open. So Voodoo, you want to grab that right now. Emilio expected to be picked up first here by Oman. I'm wondering if we're gonna see Onder go towards that Yuumi that has been so powerful and normally banned away, or if it's just gonna be the typical Nautilus that he's been really powerful with.
Listen, man, if they don't go Zero Yuumi here, I am flabbergasted. Straight into the game, we've seen a Blitzcrank, Gangplank, and a Kai'Sa ban instead of those meta champions. So, interesting start to this one. Leaves open the Zero Yuumi very freely here.
And
Lulu. Is it
Lulu's
a
error?
Jinx then?
No, Lulu's Zeri. Lulu's Zeri is good.
It is good, but Yuumi is better Lulu for Zeri.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, that's why I was like, oh, maybe it's like a Jinx, and they want to have like a protect the Jinx composition.
You're
instead.
right. There you go.
It's like if you're gonna go Zeri, you go Yuumi, right?
Yeah,
100%.
very fair, especially when it's left open like this. The little surprise there to see that the Lulu is actually going to be taken from Onder, since we have only really seen the identity of the hook champions, the get people out of position and really try to impact fights that way.
And this isn't really a Samira composition here for Izzy, so this is where the question comes in on where they want to go. Is it a Zaya again, right? Like, do they go for that? We're going for the Twitch.
Last time we saw this, we weren't too impressed.
Yes, we are. We saw a very rough performance from the last Twitch we saw. I forget, it wasn't Oman that was playing it, was it?
No, it wasn't.
But it was the Twitch that lost the game and was like 0-5 very early on. Could not quite have an influence on the map, but this time at least has the range extension right. The same logic can apply as a Cogmore with a Twitch, in the sense that you get to play a high DPS champion slightly safer and fully protected. And the Wukong pick actually with this, like again, looking at their comp in a vacuum, fantastic trio.
Yeah.
Twitch picked very early here, however. A lot of priority put towards having counters in a solo lane, if nothing else.
Yeah, and that's the only reason why this Twitch really stands out to us. I think as a final pick or way down at the draft, when you know that you're not going to really get targeted too heavily, it does rise in priority where you can play that assassin tool you can utilize from the marksman role.
Yeah.
But having something like Melio to kind of defend for that Twitch is really nice, as well as the Wukong as engaged. But the biggest problem is going to be that Maokai that has been picked up by Bahrain.
Yeah, Maokai guaranteed lockdown. Makes things very difficult, as well as being able to use the Bramble Smash, so the Cleanse not going to save you from much of that as well from the Melio. Fire Kick obviously can be quite valuable for the reposition, if nothing else. But we'll get into the bot lane matchups a little bit more as we get closer to the game. The second ban phase champions, we've seen Syndra banned a lot.
There we have.
Still with blatant disregard to the fact that Nico and Annie are up and available as picks.
It's still so wild for both of us that Nico, untouched this far in any draft.
Silas gone, Syndra gone. I mean, you can ban
Syndra
Syndra
gone.
Yeah, this makes me feel like it has to be something like an Annie, right?
It's gotta be.
Like, you're banning things that can harass you at a longer range. Ari's fine in those matchups, right? Because you have Q for wave clear, and general trading is equal with the W.
I'm going to hold off on even theorizing what this final ban for Oman are going to be. Because with the Darius ban, Zoe immediately jumps to my mind for Bahrain that I think you can lock in here. The Dynamo's done a great job. But they go to Anivia. They played this yesterday. Unfortunately, didn't have quite the big success that you really want to have with that, especially as you scale into the game.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah.
This is a Gragas.
That's a Gragas. That's got to be a Gragas.
If
you do not lock in... Oh, I mean, you got the Wukong, but...
As if you ban Malphite from yourself.
Right.
Then you pick the Yasuo with the Malphite banned away. Big surprise. Gragas is the most logical choice here.
It really is.
It will have to be top lane.
Yep, there it is. All right, good.
We're starting to predict some of these drafts, Magical. We're tuning in.
We're starting to understand. Our brains are starting to slowly form and
it's like
grow
jet
as...
lag.
we're growing as large of brains as S Plus has.
What's this last pick? That's the question, right?
Sion?
They banned Darius and Malphite.
Shen?
Yeah. It's not the first Shen of the tournament. It's not the first Shen from West Asia, but it will be the first Shen, I believe, from Bahrain.
Yeah.
So they have gone for the Shen into the Gragas, who I feel like Gragas actually fine in that matchup.
Right.
If you hold the body slam, out-sustains you with the W and the passive right here.
It also overrides the Shadow Dash.
Yeah, you're not really going to have the opportunity to get the sword strike through them like you're highlighting there. Shen, however, protects the Anivia, protects the Jinx. And again, we're in one of those situations where the composition is more supportive towards themselves with more of a disregard towards their opponents. They're drafting for themselves, they're drafting comfort, they're drafting their own compositions. And sometimes that's just a good idea, right? It's perfect League of Legends in draft phase doesn't always exist. It barely exists in gameplay as well. It's not a solved game in any sense, even with all the numbers that are there. And we could say Gragas wins top matchup. Well, doesn't matter if my AD carry is just better. You know what I mean? Like, these are just, it's a trust fall, and Bahrain trust their carries to get it done.
Trusting Panda especially on this Jinx with the Lulu, Shen, Maokai all to keep her safe, even having an Anivia wall that can separate these fights for the team, while Team Oman, they have really gone for what I would dub a solo Q-esque style here with the Yasuo-Gragas combination, a Twitch bot lane with Melio.
Yeah, so a lot of things here for the Oman squad that we get to look at. Omani 1v9, first of all, is on a carry. So he's looking for that 1v9 angle, which is very refreshing to see compared to some of the games that we just saw from him earlier. Izzy playing the Twitch has been primarily a quiet laner. Has mostly just been playing for team fights, right? Even Samira Nautilus, which is a lane now picking. Not really looking for lane kills much.
Not really. I mean, even with Jank having that kind of waiting it out, saying if they can feel the waters before they actually aggress and push the envelope a little bit further as we dive into our third best of 3 here on the stage here for day 6 in West Asia. Team Oman versus Team Bahrain. One team having some fun champions with the Yasuo here mid lane, Twitch as well, while the full Protect the Jinx comp for Team Bahrain.
And protect the Jinx they certainly will be able to do. As far as laning phase is concerned in bottom lane, because that is going to be the first port of call. Doesn't look like level 1 action is going to happen anywhere.
No shenaniganeries.
Yeah, nothing crazy is going to take place. No late invades, an early ward, and a sweeper switch. This is the most standard I've seen, I feel like, so far. So with this bottom lane, right, Melio enables Twitch to be able to trade a lot better.
It does.
And Lulu, however, in contrast to that, is a very good laning enchanter, right? Soraka Lulu may be top 2 of the enchanters for their ability to do damage in trades and prevent damage from coming back. So you're expecting to see this Jinx who has long range, just with the rockets compared to the Twitch, and the Lulu who can control the bush really easily. You're expecting to see them control the 2v2, have push, and not necessarily kill threat, but most likely more of a kill threat than the Twitch and the Melio, who have also gone for the very defensive summoner spell choices, it feels like, of the heal and the exhaust.
Yeah, this is where we really do have to look at the jungle pathing. Both of them starting on the top half of the map.
He's doing it again. Was it Omani that played Yasuo earlier as well?
I'd have to look at the...
Oh, straight in level 1.
Okay. They're going to have an exhaust trade on each side with a ghost pop. So, summoner spell advantage for Team Oman. A bit uncharacteristic of the spot lane. We were just talking about how they've been kind of quiet in lane phase. Well, they were ready for the rumble.
They pick the enchanter, and that's when they get crazy. And again, one of the best things you can do as a Twitch is to upset the balance of a game, utilize invisibility. Utilize the fact that you can be more creative than other AD carries.
He was hiding.
He was hiding. They do so very successfully. Forcing a summoner spell trade and maybe even an experience advantage, which is hard to gauge now, but did make them walk the long way.
I will say, now that I've realized this is actually going to be kind of nuts, having a Twitch with Emilio, right? Cozy Campfire with spray and pray.
Yeah.
That is going to be some
damage over time on everyone,
Oh my god.
The dot does proc on everybody.
Everybody. Yeah. And with that range increase you already get from spray and pray, you get, what is that, a 25% increase? No, 10% increase on that as well. That is going to be huge.
Massive teamfight implications. Does kind of, though, make the Melio need to be near the Twitch, so less front to back, however. Rooted bottom flashes.
This is what we expected, though. Looking for that early gank to flash away. Warm hug shield, not really helping him jank because he's slowed down, and it's going to be first blood for Brunei. For Bahrain.
Bahrain.
I keep getting thrown off by that. Easy E. He'll be fine, though. He'll get out of that one. I think that's the biggest thing, the fact that Bahrain weren't able to actually get easy E. So having the Twitch still in lane so he can still farm up.
Yeah, he's still going to be there to catch the farm as it crashes under the turret. Good flash from the Jinx as well, I think it must be said. Easy E was threatening this flank angle, right? Looking to maybe get a 1-for-1 trade or even go 1-for-1 himself with the Jinx, but she flashes forwards to get excited, and then there's no chance that Twitch will be able to catch. That was also a trade that took place with Summoner Spells missing, right? That level 1 trade had exhausts removed. And just really well played above all else by Voodoo, particularly with the sapling placement into the bush to lock that Milio down. Fantastic first one.
Really well done. Now, Bollingworth on to Master. He smites away at the Scuttle Crab, but he's tagged by Zap. He got the slow, but the wall was not quite placed well enough by Bahrain to make sure they can follow up that kill.
Yeah, he's able to use the dash over the wall, but Jank has found himself potentially... They don't know the Twitch is there.
Know. He's sneaky. He's hiding.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, waiting it out. That's going to be the damage, and they've got Master on the other side, but he was slowed down enough by the Glitterlands, so he couldn't re-engage with Twitch.
Really well supported by the rest of the team of Oman here, right? You can tell that Easy E is calling the shots. He's bringing them back to the lane. He wants to trade, and a small trade that goes the way of the Twitch can be very influential. However, Wukong just based. Maokai hasn't opted into the base just yet and has found Jag.
He's just hanging out in this bot lane, putting up the camp. He's making his own cozy campfire in this bot lane. They've got the slow on a Jank, but he's close enough to his turret that they don't decide to go for it, especially because Voodoo did commit flash for that first blood. Straight
up the most in-your-face gank attempt I've ever seen from a Maokai. Doesn't even throw a sapling into the bush for the slow. Just walks at Emilio, who quite simply uses the kick, and then just keeps walking at Emilio.
Yeah.
It's not a Nautilus in that lane, it's a Lulu. The best you're getting is the Glitterland slow, and that slowification is not going to help you much.
Almost feels like they are so used to playing with Onder on those hook champions that...
Yeah, where is my blitz?
Where's the hook? Onder, hit it, come on. Bahrain, though, still not going to hate that play after all, because Jinx has kind of freed up that lane. We really think back to the trade of summoner spells, right? All the way back at the beginning, like you mentioned, Voodoo getting the first gank on the bot lane to get the kill as well has really helped alleviate a lot of the pressure for Panda and Onder. While Omani, he's in a little bit of hurt, pushed back as he tried to dash away, but has WK Master on the other side, the wall put up, but not being level 6 just yet for Anivia. Not going to get that slow, so instead, it's S+. He's already on his way as they got the shield here and trying to help him out. It is going to be the Maokai that falls first as Omani's still alive, dashing away. Even if Fun tried to help out the best he could. Now WK Master's in a lot of trouble. He had to flash over the wall to survive. But Team Oman, they get the kill.
Yeah, Fun gets into the fight with the ultimate, but doesn't actually get to find much of an influence. I think the Gragas cask might have pushed him away, and then had to flash and realistically just wasted the flash, did nothing. Dynamo,
he's probably going to have egg Nivea. There it is. His egg. But Onder is there to try to defend the egg. Kicked back by the soccer ball, even getting a shield. So not having that pass up for Nivea anymore. Could be something that can get attacked really easily, especially as we get to level 6 for a lot of these players on Team Oman.
Specifically because he has no flash as well, and another recall about to be upset here. Yasuo back in lane, and Nivea cancelled, no teleport. Actually really bad for Bahrain. Oman can abuse this very easily to get a turret plate. If nothing else, Dynamo just opting to stay means that he's going to have no items as well. He's going to run himself completely out of mana, so if you were Oman in this situation, this Anivia is going to provide literally nothing.
It's going to be difficult to do much. Bot lane, bit of a trade, just the 2v2 with the wave crash by Bahrain there.
I just think they could be doing the Drake magical, right? Like, you've just sent mid laner back. You know full well that you have advantage in mid, and you just bring the Yasuo down with your Wukong. But they chose to take this fight bottom.
And Omani's looking to take this fight in mid lane. Getting the Tornado to connect on to Voodoo, but underneath the turret, even if it's no mana on Anivia, enough mana for a stun is going to be devastating.
Jinx and Alulu currently moving together the long way back towards bottom lane. Wukong is going to be down there now, is level 6 and has that Cyclone. Would not be surprised to see them try and make some attempts down there. You've seen how cheeky Easy has been so far, but this time because he is completely out of mana, it is hard to do, and Master, I guess, is just here to make sure this wave crashes.
Just escorting that one without the fear of the camp setup by the tree. Not having Voodoo in the bot lane this time around means nice recall here for Team Oman. Getting some itemization, looking for those components a little bit as S+, both of them giving the thumbs up. You know what? I love that. I love that.
He just wanted to check his mechanics were working. There's a Gragas that could easily walk mid and use that on an Anivia, but
nah. This is S+ we're talking about. The mastermind, the puppeteer.
Certainly is living rent-free in the Shen's head while also 2 waves of CS down. Classic puppet master maneuvers.
It's a classic S+ move as well. He did this before, doing it again.
Fire kick misses. Lulu going to put some serious damage down. They have to be very careful because Voodoo is just around the corner. But Voodoo not going to cover any distance nor use the ult.
Oh, spotted out on the board pretty early on.
As per usual, the creativity of Bahrain's gank so far has been straight down river and hope it sticks.
Hey, come on. You got to admit, there's that ward there. That was well telegraphed.
The ward is always there. That's what I'm saying. The ward is always there, so you can try something else.
You want to
I want a sweeper on my Maokai is what I want.
Okay, that's fair. I was about to say, what, you want to flash over the wall or something?
He's done that.
Yeah, he's done that. That's why I'm calling it out.
Except he flashed over the wall, then walked into the vision, so it didn't actually solve the problem mid.
But speaking of not solving the problem, we're looking at the river right now. Cyclone blown, getting a little bit of damage, but healing up. Having everyone show up as well. Chen got a nice taunt, but there was so much damage from Team Oman that he couldn't do much. Even with Omani flashing forward, looking for the knockups, wasn't able to connect that onto Team Bahrain. Instead, it's Easy E already showing up and getting that damage. Always got to fear the Twitch and where he's at.
Jank about to find Onda as well. Supports will just go toe-to-toe in the bush. I cannot give you a reason. They are just both fighting Panda and Easy E.
Yeah, Easy E shows up right now. Gets tagged, polymorphed as well, but had the shield. And now the Cozy Campfire to try to help out, but he's exhausted and could not get the damage down. Instead, it's going to be WK Master and Omani. No, they're going to turn it around. They're not going to re-engage the fight.
Not knowing when enough is enough here for the side of Oman. Good trade initially gives them a kill back into the pockets of Panda, and you just have to remember at all times in this game, you cannot give the Jinx kills. Dynamo going to start this combo off by unfortunately hitting the wrong Wukong, but a nice ult from the Maokai locks him basically in place. Windwall not going to do anything meaningful in this fight overall. It was always going the way of Oman. Flash forward going to miss the mark, and then Voodoo, again, for no apparent reason, just wants to throw a sapling in that bush so desperately that he puts his life on the line. And then Jank and Onda just decide to hash it out. Jank perhaps looking for some kind of kill, but I'm not even sure he had lethal.
Maybe just stop the recall? I don't know.
And then this fight happens, and Easy E walks into the traps after getting exhausted. But the mistake was that he was there, not that he walked into the traps. Very nicely done by Bahrain to pick him off.
And getting the kill for Panda as well. The Jinx kind of needing that gold at the moment. About 10 CS behind Easy E, so having the kill and assist gold to kind of equate what has happened in the lane so far.
And I will bring this up again because it's obviously very important. The Gragas and the Yasuo are a fantastic combo. The Wukong, the Gragas, and the Yasuo are a fantastic combo, all providing knockouts for Omani 1v9.
Wukong, the Gragas, the Yasuo, and the Melio are a good combo.
I'm not seeing any 5-man kicks, but if I do, I'll change my mind.
I'm just saying, there's a lot of things, a lot of knockups and knockbacks that you can utilize to get that last breath off.
Omani also technically is a great combo with himself, if he's a good enough player.
Yeah, but Twitch is useless.
Yeah, Twitch doing nothing. Yeah. Look, the reason I bring this up is because fights and objectives should be exactly what Oman are looking for. The fact they have this combo, the fact that they can look for not just skirmishes, but they're a skirmish comp that can 5v5 if the engage is good enough. That realistically, trading objectives like this, I think is questionable. I think they're 2,000 gold up with a combo that can be really dangerous, and they shouldn't just sacrifice a fight opportunity. Instead, they should be taking every single opportunity, giving no trades to Bahrain.
No, I'm actually with you on that one. When you have the power in skirmish skirmish capabilities, and that's really where your team wants to fight, where they want to exert pressure, like right there.
Boundary pressure, I guess.
Yeah, there you go.
Boundary pressure as well, I guess. It's going to continue to happen.
Oh, looking for the Wampa combo with the knockup. It's on to Voodoo. Voodoo Voodoo, Yudu, he's dead.
Oh, Master, 1 tick of HP there. Very close to actually falling down. Could have made that a 1-for-1 trade with a shutdown. But doesn't happen. Dynamo once again finds himself with no mana to his name, no health to his name, and is dealing with this relentless push of a Yasuo that is a manaless champion. We get to watch exactly how Panda dies. Easy just has Blade of the Ruined King.
Yeah, Blade of the Ruined King and Exhaust. It's like, I win now.
That's it. No full item done there for the Jinx either in contrast, and Dynamo just does not know how to recall.
It's one of those situations, though, that it's kind of a catch-22. How much do you want to relent over to Omani and let him just take these plates early on? Because he also went for the lethal tempo on Yasuo.
I think you just have to, like, really consider the fact that if you don't recall and come back with mana, he's still taking everything in your face.
True.
And the team of Oman is now aware that he's doing all of this and that you can't stop him, so they get even more from it. Wukong could then invade knowing that Anivia can't help.
Yeah, that's why I say it's a catch-22.
Yeah.
Yeah, to lose no matter what.
He's going to catch 22 of these hands. He doesn't recall. He does recall, so that's why I can say
recalled
that.
and he's back, and now he's got himself a lost chapter, so will help out a lot of those
Also,
mana
probably
issues.
the blue buff very soon. If they play this correctly, it's standard strategy, right? For all Anivia comps, they need the blue.
It's old school, but right now, Easy. He's just going to kill Under. He's going to die to the poison. I don't even think they healed enough, is
Potions are running.
Potions, yep. The potions are going to heal him up, but the fact that your bot line can't support what you were attempting there by sending both Dynamo and Voodoo, Bahrain in a bad spot. Even though it's a 2v4, they cannot fight.
Bahrain just really not being able to find the concept of flank angles here as well. They're so set on protecting their Jinx. They're not really thinking about the kills. And that's one of those situations, right, where the Twitch can just win harder if all you're going to do is protect. This Anivia is not finding much value yet. It seems like... Actually, you know what I will say is that 13-11 changes to blue buff and red buff are so good for Anivia.
So good.
So good for Anivia as well, because she needs the blue.
Right. So you don't have to worry about her just taking it, and then what happens afterwards. You can share that. Is right now, Easy again looking to put the pressure on Under, putting all of that attention on Lulu. Even with the re-engage, it's going to be a stand united on top of Panda. Look at the shield on that Jinx. That's how you protect the president, to get a shutdown to the flash away from Easy to survive.
Just Jank is the target now. The invisibility from Easy E should get the Twitch out safely and alive. But why get out when you can go in? Dynamo,
though, he's got Ignivia, so even if you're able to pop that, should be fine. That's why he was willing to trade so aggressively with so low health.
definitely playing with fire either way. S+, it seems like they did use the ult combos in mid. The fact that they're so healthy means that it's clearly gone well for them. But Fun's going to be here to answer, and Fun has been the difference maker in both that bot skirmish and now protecting the mid plates. The Shen ultimate is clutch. Gragas not able to respond or react. He's making a play cross-map in mid throughout this as well, it seems like. Scorch is back. Gragas is actually proxy farming and will work his way down. So we look at the bot play first. Really good twisted advance. Fantastic protection for Panda. The shield is more than his health. And just like that.
Those two shields on top of Panda.
Actually,
Stand United and the Lulu.
Okay, I can confirm that the Gragas Yasuo combo didn't happen either. It was just Yasuo.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, he got the ult and the flash out of Dynamo before the Gragas got in there.
And Gragas kind of just showed up and it's like, I'm here.
Havoc cast.
Yeah, Havoc cast not actually going to pick up the kill. Jank chunked out low from a lot that Bahrain were able to throw at him as WK Master having to dash away. 20 seconds until the dragon spawns. It's kind of crazy that we're 17 minutes into the game and we still haven't had the rift actually open.
Top lane outer turret is dead. Shen with no ultimate or teleport. If Bahrain managed to get this Drake, I am lost for words.
They're going to get it.
The Gragas can simply teleport in, and they will 5v5 you.
Oh, wait. Okay, maybe. Look at Oman. They've got Omani and WK Master on the side. Good wombo combo right there. In fact, they're not even using the TP from Gragas. He just shows up mid. Like you say, that's where Bahrain, they're afraid to actually look for that fight. They have to forfeit this dragon. It's only one, so it's not the worst thing in the world.
And they don't just forfeit the dragon, they don't get control of the mid wave as well.
That's the big thing.
Fun, I think, doing the absolute best that he possibly can for his team will trim that wave down to 3 creeps and buy enough time the Bahrain are able to actually collapse here and continue to try and clear those waves out. Still at risk, of course, and if you're going to zone them out nicely.
We are getting to the point when Anivia just won't run out of mana.
Yeah.
Almost finished off with that Tear of the Goddess as well. Gonna be nice for them. I'm actually a little surprised by Dynamo's build, not going for the Rod of Ages that you sometimes see with Anivia.
Yeah, true. He's gone for the
Leandries, yeah.
Yeah.
Looking for that burn, damage over time. Really wants to cut through any resistances, especially for Team Oman if there is a fight that does break out in that tight corridor. But
you know what I would build as well if I was him instead is Crown of the Shattered Queen.
Right.
I think in this game that's so valuable because that
really
is like, look at how they're going to start these team fights, right? They don't have range poke. It's a Twitch ulting that'd hit you. That already helps.
Yeah.
It's a Gragas Yasuo or Wukong Yasuo combo.
Yeah. You know, you're right.
Does no damage.
Hard to get that shield off outside of the Gragas as well.
And then you'd also have the tier shield from that Seraph Embrace for the damage afterwards. So I think you'd be really well off with that item.
No, I'm with you on that one. I like that. That's a good adaptation there. We'll see if Dynamo does adapt, though. That's going to be the big question because almost everyone outside of Dynamo has completed that mythic or first item.
Oman are going to be kicking off the Rift Herald. Should be relatively uncontested.
There's no way that Bahrain can get this outside of a magical steal from Voodoo. But even his witchcraft not going to work this time because he just bails out of there.
No, there will be no wizardry. It seems like Anivia is going to go back and actually complete that mythic behind the rest of the team. Easy E once again.
Look at that damage he does. Half health already. The flashes away from both Panda and Owner were very nice there.
That's crazy how committed Oman were to that play as well in the follow-through. Easy E gets dissuaded very nicely by the Lulu once again. Did have to use the flash, however, from both Panda and Owner. And now Omani is here, but they don't have the ultimate combos. His turret's still dead.
Yeah, turret's gone. That's the big play. Take that and rinse, repeat, go back. Oh, they're popping that. Oh, they're going for the Baron.
I feel like
they're going for the Baron.
Option 1 is Baron. Option 2, that was expiring, and they're just making the best of it. But they are committed.
There's no way it was expiring. They just got it.
That's what I thought.
Yeah,
they are committing to the Baron.
Yeah.
That's a very obvious Baron.
The most obvious. You pop Rift Herald a minute after you get it. You know you're on top of it. That's going to be the TP. Voodoo using ult. It's down to 25. The pullback. Having Kite. Gotta be careful because the bounce around. They got a lot of damage. That's plus flashing away. They're looking for the re-engage. WK Master, he's low. The zap. It's on the wrong person, but they got the Gragas on the other side first. Bahrain. The fight's working out. They're looking for the re-engage. They couldn't get it because Voodoo denied the last breath out of Yasa. Whoa, and he's going to die. No, he's not. Warm hugs. He's alive. How is he back in there? Finally, he falls. But look at Easy E. He's untouched in the fight. They got the kill under the Jinx, and Easy E free firing, looking for the pill, looking for the damage, getting into the back line, and they cannot stop Easy E as he's ripping apart Bahrain. He is taunted. Exhaust comes out. One more. The shutdown for fun as Jank. You cannot do anything. You're Emilio without mana, the wall to make sure the ace goes to Bahrain.
Bahrain secure the ace. Teleport going to come through straight away here, though, from the Gragas Dynamo with no egg. Onda.
And he's just going, going for the slam dunk.
You never saw anything. Let's look at the replay. It does. This decision from Oman. Baron kills S+. Straight out of the fight. Yasuo has no good ult targets. Why does Yasuo have no good ult targets until it's too late? That's because the Gragas and the Wukong ulted in mid and did nothing with those ults, right? The flashes were used to dodge those and there was no Wukong combo. And look how close this fight is without those ults.
Yeah.
They choose to slap a Herald down in mid and go for a Baron buff, very known, with none of their ults available and their combo completely irrelevant. And Bahrain just walk on in. They show what the Jinx is capable of. And then Dynamo comes back with that blue buff, comes back from his egg, and they'll get the ace very successfully. Very well done from Bahrain. You cannot fault them.
No.
It was Oman who fell on their own sword.
Yeah, and now look at Dynamo. 4-0 on this Anivia. Has got that Leandries completed. Has gone for the burn with a stopwatch in the inventory as well. Just to have added safety, as right now the Polymorph onto Easy E. Panda, even with the wild growth, it's not enough. You cannot stop him. There's too much damage from Twitch at this point.
And that's the thing. This play at Baron was so good for Bahrain as an equalizer, but it didn't equalize the goal.
Right.
It doesn't mean that you can still deal with Easy E, right?
No.
The composition is still really dangerous. And this Twitch is running away with the game, has been from level 1.
Yeah, so Bahrain You want to just trade Baron for their second dragon of the game, third one total. Not really a worthwhile play. Like I said, that last play was purely an equalizer of how the state of the game could have been. But you had to make sure you were all together, still playing to the strength that your team was drafted for, which is build around the Jinx and keep her safe.
And if the job is to keep this Jinx safe, then you have to ask why it is that no one is actually there to protect. Why is the Maokai not there? Why are they not working to get vision before the Jinx goes to lane? Because the basic steps of League of Legends, right? If there's a Twitch on the map, if there's an Evelynn on the map, you play different.
Well, right now, that's a lot of damage on a Dynamo, but has that Egg Nivea still, if need be. Could always fall back onto that. The stopwatch had to get burned, though.
Does she have the egg again?
Should have been.
I'm actually not sure.
Oh, no.
Did get egged at the Baron.
Yeah, it was egg at the Baron, so about a minute and a half off.
Yeah, a little bit off that one. Exhaust, though. It's going to be there. Flash still available for the Nivea regardless. Doesn't want to take any extra risks. And pretty much every time you see a fight from here on out, you've probably seen Easy started.
Yeah. That's really what it's going to be. It's about Easy E looking for a flank. Well, you utilize that power that Gragas, Wukong, and Yasuo, the combination of all three, working in tandem together to be it like a distraction for Twitch so that nobody is focused onto Easy E. Because that was also something that was working for Team Oman in that last fight, is that Twitch was relatively untouched for most of it.
Is he caught?
Not untouched this time around. Bounced around, but healing up forever. And that's that cozy campfire damage I was talking about with the spray and pray. The range was insane. And even Easy E waiting it out. They got the pick on Panda. There goes your carry. Bahrain can't fight this one anymore. It's all about protecting Jinx, and she died.
And their combo's just a little bit too strong. So much damage now coming out of this Twitch. You think you've caught him with a twisted advance. He's actually standing still attacking you. And you do not win that 1v1. Jinx and Lulu fall. And the inhibitor being threatened with this Nivea, however, it's so hard to break. They've got a wave in bottom that they are not putting the Baron buff on.
Oh, there you go. Master there, but a little late. Now they can actually send someone down into the bot lane to deal with this wave. Clear that out. Dynamo should easily be able to stop this push.
Dynamo now gets to play two lanes at once. Baron buff going to dissipate in mid as they go for their resets, and a very much needed resets after all of the fighting that just took place. But unable to break the base. If you can't use the Baron buff to break the base, things get very difficult against that Nivea. Panda, though.
Panda, come on. How many times are you going to fall for this one?
And once again, Lulu's off warding by herself, and if it wasn't the Jinx, it might have been the Lulu. They aren't working as a team to secure vision. No. They are just being mind controlled by Easy E, and it's looking a little bit too easy for this Twitch.
So he's going to back off of this one. You always have the fear against the Twitch that he is just right around the corner. You need to start moving as a unit at this point in the game. That is what your composition was drafted for, Bahrain. Utilize that power that you have all together.
If you can't protect the Jinx, you can't play a protect the Jinx composition.
Yep.
That's just the short of it. They're being punished very heavily by this Twitch pick. It is really keeping Panda down.
He's got 3 items now, while Panda only has 2. Having that lead even larger as we take a look at this replay.
And you see the twisted advance goes out, but he's attacking Panda and owned it throughout all of this, having the time of his life.
Range, though.
Insane range. Yeah, absolutely insane range. After this fight, also completes his Runar's Hurricane. S+ just quite simply throws the cask. He was practicing those earlier in his lane. Magical.
Yeah, he was. I told you, he's mind control.
They're committing now. They're hitting now. That AP Gragas online.
Work out the kinks of it. Knows the range and everything. Maybe that's what it was. Hasn't had the practice on the Gragas in the past. But hey, you know, this is powerful. Realizing, yeah, it is.
So what matters in this game, right? Jinx, 2 and 4, down 20 CS, still has 2 kills, still has 2 items, needs the 3rd, I think, realistically, to be able to win team fights.
Agreed.
But is farming and is being supported. The Nivea is 4-0 and 2. Yes, is down 60 CS, but a level 14 Nivea with 2.5 items.
But one of them
can hold forever.
One of them's not Seraphs. That's a big spike that you need as a Nivea.
As that Zhonya's rush.
It was the safety you get with that. But this is where you were talking about that Crown of the Shadow Screen that could have added similar safety and allowed for an earlier Seraphs. For me, I look at Team Bahrain, and they have to keep this game at a standstill. They can't let anything really happen on the game. Even if it means sacrificing this dragon, it's only 2 dragons for Team Oman. Don't push too far, just continue to farm.
10 minutes of time, right? Like, I think right now you've got Baron up in 1 minute. Going for this Drake when Baron's there, you should be getting Baron wards.
Yeah.
This is where you go out as a team. You have the Jinx, the Lulu, and you have the Maokai, even the Anivia if there's a free time to go with them as 4. And you clear out all of the control that exists at this Baron buff. But Bahrain will walk towards the Drake, decide it's not worth it, waste that time, and now they will walk over towards the Baron as Oman walk through themselves and will just staunch them out.
Exactly. They'll set up the vision control around this. As you can see, Fun looking for an angle. Now spotting out that Twitch, but nobody was in a position to follow that up, so has to take a huge flash cone away as Onder has to flash out from Omani, who got down the Lulu. They pick him up, and even if Master took a lot of damage, that's getting flashed away for Team Bahrain. They're in a bad position.
Easy E's attacking.
Easy E, he's got the range, he's got the damage, but it was rooted. Couldn't actually continue to cut that out, but they did get this pick onto Onder, so 4v5. Seems like Team Oman, they still feel like they have the power at Baron.
4v5 with a half health Maokai. Shen has to go back to base, but does have that teleport. They're going to go straight towards the Baron. Easy E.
They can burn this so
does
quickly.
A lot of damage to it. Namani, who also does a lot, is not actually going to hit it. He's going to zone them and keep them away. 4k health becomes 3. Pretty much gone.
Body block.
Voodoo
wants to flash over. Couldn't get it. Easy E secures it. And the re-engage with Agnivia. That is the play for Team Oman to win this game after they just pushed down mid.
Yeah, keeps them busy. They do get over the wall, though. That does actually become a burger flip at the Baron. But they don't get it. Baron secure, kills follow-up afterwards. And now this Baron buff, you're expecting to see a very successful push. No Anivia.
No wave flip.
No chance.
Exactly. And Team Oman, they know that as well. They've got the cannon minion here with the Baron buff on top of it as well.
Next wave.
They're going bot lane because they see that Panda and Onder are cut off, and they know they can engage that. That's that wombo combo. Even if Panda had gone golden, he's going to die upon arrival with Onder completely far away and Fun. You did not want to take that stand united because now everyone besides Lulu is dead. No, never mind. Lulu is dead. And Maokai just respawning.
Yeah, Maokai respawning. Probably not going to be able to defend this either way. He's busy dealing with mid. Anivia is back, but the team is gone. So you're not going to be able to safely stand there and just use that ultimate. The Storm's not going to save you from all of this. Waves crashing in multiple places now as well. And Easy E attacking.
He's looking for the play, and look at that. Dynamo is ripped apart the back line. Even if he flashed away, he still dies. Voodoo underneath the Nexus turret with Baron up, super minions in the base. There's no way, even though you have your Jinx on the other side to try to defend it, this is just going to be them hitting the Nexus, maybe patting the KDA on the way out. No, they just want game 1.